School is almost out for the summer, but there are a couple of groups of young people whose summertime plans include getting ready for a career in emergency response. Today, we'll be speaking with our recruitment unit to learn about the Fire and EMS Explorers program. We're also shining a spotlight on the Randolph School, where high school students can choose to focus on their future as a first responder. Stay with us. Freedom from Fire is up next. Hello, and welcome back to Freedom from Fire. I'm your host, firefighter Camila Bayete Taylor. I'm currently stationed in our department's Fire Prevention and Code Division. Here at Freedom from Fire, we aim to improve your quality of living by giving you fire and life safety information. We also introduce you to our local safety partners and department leaders. Today, we're talking to people who are a part of our programs aimed at getting young people ready for first responder careers. In just a few minutes, we'll speak with Lieutenant Giovanni Crooks and Tymere Cooper about the Randolph School. But first, here to talk about our Fire and EMS Explorers, let's meet firefighters Candy Graham and Dominique Page, and Explorers Peyton Campbell and Jaden Williams. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so let's get acquainted. First, Dominique and Candy, tell us a little bit about yourselves and your PFD journeys.
So, hello everyone, I'm firefighter Candy Graham. I've been a firefighter with the Philadelphia Fire Department for 21 years now. Now I am assigned to the recruitment unit where we go out and we look for interested individuals who would like to join the fire department doing fire or EMS. And I'm also a coordinator for our Fire Explorers program.
Excellent, excellent. And Dominique?
Hi, I'm firefighter Paige. I've been with the fire department for 5 years now. I started in March of 2021 during COVID-19. So that was really challenging for me. I'm also up here working with the Explorers and the recruitment unit. And I really enjoy working with the kids a lot.
Excellent. So give us an overview of the recruitment unit. What do you all do? I know you have the Fire and EMS Explorers program, but as a whole, what does recruitment do?
So we'll go out to different events. So it could be, we go out to high schools on career days, things like that. If the communities are having events, we'll go out to community events, like career links and things like that. And we look for individuals who are interested in fire or EMS and help them along their way in joining our fire department.
Excellent. So recruitment is about bringing new people in, right?
Yes.
Are there any current open positions in the fire department or any recruiting efforts going on right now?
Yes, we're actually hiring for paramedics and advanced EMTs right now. And later on this year, we'll be opening up the application for the firefighter position.
Excellent, excellent. And can you describe for those who may not know the difference between an EMT and advanced EMT or EMT?
So the difference between an EMT and an advanced EMT, the advanced EMT has a more specialized skill, more advanced skill than the EMT does. So they're allowed to use more medications, and it's just an advanced. It's more advanced.
Okay.
Skill set.
Okay, so would you say a kind of the middle between an EMT and a paramedic?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, excellent. So let's dig in a little bit more to the Fire and EMS Explorers. Candy, can you tell us what the program is all about?
So our program is for young people interested in fire or EMS. The ages range from 14 to 20 years old. We started the program because we had a lot of young people who wanted to volunteer. We get a lot of people who ask, can I volunteer? And we didn't have a program for that. So we developed the Fire Explorers program so that we could introduce them to the jobs that we do on the fire department. And that could be firefighting. It could be anything in EMS. We even introduced them to our fire communications center. So if they're interested in dispatching, they can do things like that. Or even if they're interested in partnering with the fire department in our Office of Emergency Management. We've had explorers go on and get hired for that position as well.
That's excellent because I think maybe those who may not know just how much we do, in all the avenues, there's obviously firefighter, EMT, paramedic, but then there are other jobs that organizations that we work with and jobs that this program can prepare them for. So that's great for them to get that kind of exposure. So what does an average Explorers class look like? Are there any specific lesson plans or hand-on experiences?
So, yes, we do, our staff, we plan our curriculum before the program begins. So our program is run April through November. So prior to them beginning in April, we all sit down and we talk about all the different lessons that we want to present for the year. Recently, we've divided the program up to those who are interested in EMS and those who are interested in fire so that they can concentrate on which particular avenue they want to go. And they're allowed to switch over so they can get hands-on both things. And they come in, the day starts at 8 a.m. They're here until about 4 p.m. And we do roll call in the morning. We do physical training after that. And they get classroom training, and then we do hands-on. They also have Google Classroom assignments that are given to them. So we do every other Saturday. So on these Saturdays that we're not meeting face-to-face, they have to complete their Google Classroom assignments. So it's almost like school because they do have to do those homework assignments, but it prepares them for the days that we meet face-to-face. So the subject that we're doing that day isn't brand new to them, and it's done in a safe manner.
Okay, excellent. Now, does that change in the summertime when school is out in terms of how often you all meet?
No, the schedule is steady. We did it April through November on purpose though, because we wanted more time over the summertime so that we're not disrupting their school year too much. So we have downtime December through March. However, we do volunteer because it's community-based as well. So we do community-based events with the explorers during our off-season time. So it could be a parade, it could be, we've done murals and different things like that before.
Okay, that's great. So let's turn to our current explorers, Peyton Campbell and Jaden Williams. Both, can you tell us about yourselves and why you joined the Explorers?
My name is Firefighter Campbell. My first name is Peyton. Joining the Fire Explorers was a big change for me. I feel like I've always had like issues with learning a lot, but coming to the Fire Explorers, they've had me do a lot of hands-on things and made it very easy for me to socialize and use my words. They've had an impact on my vocabulary a lot. I've gotten a habit of calling people ma'am and sir a lot. For sure. All the time. Someone asks me a question, I'll be like, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, all the time. Our classes are very hands-on, and I feel like that has impacted me a lot because I cannot learn from somebody just telling me what to do. So everyone has been very helpful for me as well. And I feel like I've built like a second family here because everyone's so welcoming. I've never felt like I don't belong or that I can't ask for help. It's just a very great environment for me.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Yes, can you tell us, Peyton, about your experience? Or yes, Peyton, about your experience. I'm sorry, Jaden.
Well, I'm Explorer Williams, and I'm 17, and I got into Fire Explorers because I just wanted another outlet because I'm always doing so much, and I just felt like I needed, or honestly, I felt like I wasn't doing enough, and I just needed another thing to do, and also I find interest in like I want to be a firefighter when I get older, so this program is just being like opening doors for me and actually being able to communicate with other firefighters and actually ask questions and being able to hear what everybody has to say. Like, should I become a firefighter? I do want to know that. Like, is this just something, am I just having 4-year-old dreams, or is this a real career that I can actually like go into? And so far doing this program, I feel like this is a very steady, approachable career that I would love to do and love to excel in, because it's even to the point where I want to excel here. I want to rank up here. I want to do the next best thing here. And I just love going out, helping the community. And this is an awesome way to not only make new friends, but just network in general. Just like understand that these people are important people that I will need at some point in the future. And it's, yeah.
That's great. That's great. I think one of the great things about this program, and as you said, a lot of times when we're interested in careers, a lot of careers that we might not have a lot of information about or don't know too much about, it's very good to get in there and get like hands-on experience. And like, is this really something that I would like to do? And so that's great that you all are getting this experience in the program. And it seems like it's been a very positive one so far for you. So that's great. So this question is for Candy or Dominique. As you know, a lot of what we see in the field can be really hard to deal with, right? We often see people on the worst days of their lives. So in light of that, how do you teach students in the Explorers program about what it's like or really like to be a first responder?
So several ways. One of the best things that we can do while they are here with us is show them care, because that's what you need when we're out doing our job. You have to care for people about their well-being and their, what's going to happen to them in this process of the worst time of their life. So it starts with that. And then we do a lot of scenario-based training in our program. So we can't give them the real thing, but we try to get as close to it as possible. So we have a camping trip that we do when we take them out for the weekend, and we create a big giant scenario in the woods, and they have to figure it out on their own with all the training that they've learned for the year. This year, we're going to be doing a summit similar, except it's not camping. It's going to be 2-day training where we invite other Explorer programs with us. And we're going to learn what we all do together and then put that into a scenario. And, but really it's that scenario training to kind of give them a window into what it could be like when we're doing our work.
That's great.
I did want to just add to that. When I'm talking to the Explorers, I just tell them to just treat others as you would treat your own family in certain situations that you see on the job. Don't go into anything being judgmental or anything like that. Just treat people how you would want to be treated if a first responder had to come to your house or had to come and take care of your mother or your grandmother or your kids.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely always the great thing to keep in mind for this job, because we see so much. Now, if anyone's interested, someone's interested in becoming an Explorer or learning more about the Explorer, how would they go about that?
They could go on www.phila.gov/fire and fill out the interest form for the Philadelphia Fire Explorers.
Okay,
yes,
great.
They fill out the interest form. They won't get contacted until December. So right now they're just letting us know that they're interested, because we close the season off once we begin, because there is a curriculum that we all go through. And then once we open it up, they go through the process of an orientation and an interview.
Okay, great. Great. All right. Well, I want to say thank you so much to the recruitment team for joining us today to talk about the Fire and EMS Explorers program. Now, in just a few minutes, we'll be speaking with the head of the Fire and EMS Academy at the Randolph Career and Technical High School, as well as a student who got a jump on their professional journey there. Stick around. There's more Freedom from Fire after this.
As you go about your daily life, look closer. As you gather with family and friends, look closer. Every year across America, a staggering 4.2 million youth are homeless or trafficked. And for 50 years, Covenant House has worked relentlessly to keep them safe and protected. They get clean clothes, hot meals, medical care, and a safe place to sleep. So look closer at Covenant House. To help or get help, go to covenanthouse.org.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now?
Oh, man.
Welcome back to Freedom from Fire. I'm firefighter Camila Bayete Taylor with the Philadelphia Fire Department's Fire Prevention and Code Division. Today, we're talking about two PFD programs where young people can learn about first responder careers while they're still in high school. Before the break, we talked about the Fire and EMS Explorers program. Now, I'm joined by Paramedic Lieutenant Giovanni Crooks and Tymere Cooper to talk about what's available at the Randolph Career and Technical High School. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, so first, Lieutenant Crooks, tell us about yourself and how long have you been with the PFD?
Hi, my name is Lieutenant Giovanni Crooks. I've been with PFD since 2016. I came on as a fire service paramedic, and I was promoted as a lieutenant about 3 years ago.
Okay, now how long have you been with the Randolph School?
I've been assigned to the Randolph School for 2 years now.
Okay, great. So you're new. How do you like the position, and how in anything that maybe surprised you, when you came in?
I love the position, actually. I love being at Randolph. What surprised me about Randolph is that the amount of resources that is available for them. Um, when I started with the program, I didn't know that these students have the opportunity to actually become an EMT and work as an EMT. I just thought that they just go through the curriculum and then that's it, not earn any certification. So this is a great program.
Excellent. Great way to get your career started off.
Yes.
So yes, so Tymere, you've gone through the program. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what made you decide to choose the Randolph School rather than a traditional high school experience.
Well, my name is Tymere. I'm 20 years old now, and I have been through the program all 4 years. What made me choose Randolph was because when I was looking for high schools, I was looking for something police related because I wanted to be a police officer first. But I always knew that I was meant to help people. So when I found Randolph, I just selected it and just went with it. And I'm like, they offer a fire EMS program, so I guess you can see what it's about. And I fell in love with it ever since.
Wow. Okay. So you've gone through the program, you did all 4 years. Tell us what you're doing now that you completed the program.
Well, what I'm doing now, fortunately, I had the ability to work while I was in high school. I had an early roster, so I would leave school and then go to work. And I've been working with that specific private ambulance company for about 3 years now. And also, with the search that I get from Randolph, it allowed me to start volunteering as a firefighter as well.
That's great. So you're ready. I mean, you hit the ground running, still in high school, able to start a career like that, is excellent. So Lieutenant Crooks, tell us more about the Fire and EMS Academy at Randolph. How long has it been open? What does the program entail?
Okay, Randolph Fire Academy, located at Randolph CTE High School on Henry Avenue. The program has been in existence since 2017. We run during the school year from September through June. We run our just a regular classroom prerequisites, getting them CPR certified, hazmat awareness. And during that time period, students will start to see and realize if this is something of interest, if they would like to continue to earn their EMT certs, or if they may not decide that it may not be for them, and they just may decide to switch a different shop, such as culinary, welding, automotive, etc. So September through June, we run our prerequisites, and then June through August, we run an 8 week EMT program. At the end of the 8 weeks, students will take their national registry tests and earn their national registry certification. At that point, they will be able to work as an EMT.
Wow. So, is it basically if a student decides they want to continue with the EMT program, they decide they're in the program, they say, this is definitely what I want to do. That summer program, that 8 week program is then what they'll embark upon.
Correct. And
Okay.
that's generally done their junior year. So the sophomore year, they would have a lot of prerequisites the junior year of the EMT program. And then once they get to the senior year, they'll move on to the fire portion and they'll learn fire skills, earn their Fire One hazmat operations certification.
Oh, that's great. That is great. Okay. So I asked you this, I asked this question earlier to the previous guest, but I like your input as well. We deal with a lot of difficult situations in this field. We often, again, see people on one of the worst days of their lives. How do you prepare young people like Tamir for a career as a first responder?
It starts with having difficult conversations, having difficult conversation that this is a career that we're dealing with people, it's their worst day of their life. Being able to effectively communicate with their family member when they're under a great deal of stress. We Part of our curriculum, we go over notifying family members of death of a loved one, or being able to effectively communicate what's going on. Because the general public, they don't know great medical terms, they don't know the human bodies, just being able to effectively explain in a way that they understand.
Yeah. So that's very important to know now. Tamir, we're talking about lessons, difficult situations, and things like that. Were there any lessons in the Randolph program that were particularly difficult or challenging for you?
Um, I would say getting used to going from like a complete civilian to taking this curriculum and knowing the responsibilities and being ready to assume those responsibilities is a big thing and is also a little difficult. But if you mentally prepare yourself, I feel like you would exceed and do well.
Okay. So Lieutenant Crooks, how many students do you usually have in the summer class and in the school year program?
Currently in the school year, we have 37 students, and currently we have 28 students signed up for upcoming summer program.
Okay. So that's a pretty significant number from the school year that said, I want to move forward with this with this
Yes.
curriculum and possibly as a career. So that's great. Now for the students who decide, okay, this was cool, this was fun, but probably not for me. Are there any things that they can take away from this program? Any of the things they learn in the program that could be beneficial for them, no matter what kind of career? Uh,
Absolutely. Not only we go over our EMT curriculum, we've also incorporate life skills. So, how to interview at a job, how to public speaking, getting them used to standing up in front of the classroom, giving presentation, filling out application, job application. We assist with them with that, learning how to calculate your paycheck. We
Right.
also, taught them that as well as calculating how does overtime work and, work laws and stuff like that.
Those are very important things to know. And the sooner you can learn them, the better. So,
Right. Yes.
great. Yes. Okay, so I understand that some students recently competed in a state competition. Can you tell us a little bit more about the Penn HOSA competition in Lancaster?
Yes, HOSA stands for Health Occupation Student of America. It is a student-led organization that focuses on developing um, future healthcare leaders. Um, they have the opportunity to meet their peers, get mentor, get certain resources to help them assist them with college, finding a career, learning about different healthcare fields, as well as obtaining scholarships. Yes.
Okay. Now, are there any other outside activities that the students enjoy or even hobbies?
Yes, we have various.
Mhm.
We introduce them, we try to introduce them as much. We do field trips.
Mhm.
Recently, we went to New York and we took them to the World Trade Center.
Mhm.
We've taken them to see Jefferson flight team. We've been to the FCC Communication Center. So we not just introduce them just to EMS. We try to introduce them to as much as possible. That way, it can assist them with choosing a career path as well as a hobby, extracurricular activity that they may enjoy.
Okay. So, Tamir, what's ahead for you? All right. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
Um, that's a good question. Where I see myself 10 years from now, I would say hopefully on the fire department. Um, I do plan on eventually crossing over to become a firefighter with the Philadelphia Fire Department and
Mhm.
assuming rank. Um, so yeah, that's where I would say that I would see myself in another 10 or 5 years.
All right. Well, I hope so. I hope we will see you. Hope we will see you. Definitely think you'd be an asset to the department. So thank you for all you're doing now, and hopefully we'll see you pretty soon.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, Lieutenant Crooks, if someone has a student or friend who might want to enroll at the Randolph School, Fire and EMS Academy, how can they learn more?
The school is a lottery done by lottery. They would apply in their junior year, junior high school. I'm sorry, junior high school, and it's picked by just lottery.
Okay.
And then they'll go through during their freshman year, they will do their general core classes, their math, their sciences, social studies, etc. And then
Mhm.
they start their shops in their 10th grade year. So we'll receive them during their 10th grade and we'll have them from the 10th grade, 11th grade, and then their senior year.
Okay. So are they applying to the school and then selecting, let's say, the fire and EMS as a possible, and then the lottery decides if they'll get that or maybe another.
They'll select the school first, they will get
Okay.
into the school, and then in their freshman year, they will select their area of interest.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Got you. All right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lieutenant Crooks and Tymir, for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right. Yes. I also want to thank our earlier guests with the recruitment unit and Fire and EMS Explorers program. To learn more about the PFD, including fire and life safety information and job opportunities, visit phila.gov/fire. And if you would like to keep up with our show, Freedom from Fire, look for us on Verizon Channel 36, Comcast Channel 56, and LaSalle TV's YouTube page. Also, please check out Fireman's Hall Museum, located at 147 North 2nd Street. You'll get to meet our resident historian, firefighter Brian Anderson, and learn about the history of our fire department. To our guests, thank you for joining us today. And remember, fire is everyone's fight. Stay safe.